So I was cruising down the bridge down here and saw this boat. I guess you could say it's shipwrecked, or it's, I don't know, not abandoned, but it kind of looks a little worse for wear here. Seems like it's been out here for a long time. It makes me wonder if people leave their boats like they leave their boats here, but they live somewhere else, and then they come down, and then they don't realize that their boat is, because they're up north and nobody knows where to contact them or something. But a lot of times what happens is they get washed up, and is it the keel, the thing that sticks down, sticks in the water, and then once that gets stuck, it's very hard to pull it off of the sand. Last time I did a video, like I think it was like January, February 2016. That was the case where it had been washed up while it was high tide, and some pieces of the boat just kind of floating over here. It was high tide when the boat got pushed in, then the tide went down and it left it like on a sandbar kind of thing. So this happens quite frequently. I saw one a couple months back, the same thing, and you can see there's like a orange sticker that like says you need to remove this boat, blah 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 blah. It says like, it looks like it says August 1st. But you can see there's quite a bit of crustiness on this motor. It makes you wonder if the motor even works because of all the crust on there. Lots of barnacles, but I don't know that much about boats. I'm not a big boating person, but I assume it takes quite a while. There's also a flip-flop in the water there. I wonder if it fell off the boat, but that dinghy is like almost totally deflated. Interesting. Like I said, this happens every once in a while. An old tennis ball. Probably some dog threw it there for their dog. Anyway, this happens every once in a while. I guess just assume that people are out of town, and when the boat comes over here, nobody does anything about it, and eventually the city will just tow it off. I saw one like this that was actually taken out of the water and just laid on the dock. Like they just laid it on its side one day. So I wanted to update you guys on a couple things that have happened recently. They're not specifically happened, but things that are happening. So summer camp is over, school starts in another week. So I think these vlogs will be more regular rather than just like one every 2 weeks or whatever it was, because I was working so much over the summer. I didn't have as much time to come out in the morning, so that hopefully should be changing. I'll have more time to go out and find new places to go, fun places to do things with it. And I'm planning on going to like one of those ropes courses in the next week, so hopefully that will be a good video. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, you ever have a feeling that somebody's following you? You'd think I would know because I think the camera would be somebody, but I can't see that well in the camera. Anyway, something I've been thinking about a lot lately is my YouTube channel isn't huge, and it doesn't grow very rapidly. It's a very slow growing channel, and sometimes I put too much emphasis on the fact that I don't get a lot of views one day, or I don't get a lot of likes or stuff like that. And I think I read into it too much. And in general, since we're turning into like a social media society with Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and all these apps and Facebook and all that stuff, that people sort of get the confirmation that they're a good person by the amount of likes they get, or the followers, how many followers they have, and it can be kind of a slippery slope when you start relying on that thing, because a lot of people that are following you online don't really know you in a personal sense. They're not necessarily friends and things like that, and that's kind of the thing I'm getting caught up in a cycle, is thinking because my videos don't get a lot of views or something that people don't like me, because this channel is really just all about me and what I'm doing and different places we go together and things like that. So my message sort of is to not get too caught up on how many Facebook friends you have, or how many likes, if you put something on video, because it's really it's not a real sense of who you are or what kind of person you are, I don't think. It can be a lot of different factors. People that are popular on YouTube aren't necessarily super great people in real life, and I've heard that from a lot of. I watch a podcast called H3 Podcast, H3 Podcast, and they talk about how people are different in person than they are, because basically a lot of YouTube channels are basically like a self-done reality show. A lot of people are just acting in it, and to tell you that, mine is, I really don't do any acting. I just try to be a little funnier, a little bit louder, a little bit, I guess, a little bit more interesting. Because if you knew me in person, I'm a pretty low-key guy, and I'm pretty quiet, I guess you could say. But, that doesn't play off well on camera, so I try to be a little bit more, I don't know what you'd say, more entertaining, I guess, sometimes. I am funny at sometimes, and sometimes I'm quiet. It's just the way it is. But anyway, just kind of just sharing a message that, like I said, if you don't have a lot of followers, or you put something up, don't rely on that to gauge your self-esteem as a person. I just think it's a bad thing to get into, and I've been wallowing in that for a couple months now, because I don't get as many likes as I want or something like that. And you got to be aware of also the fact that people are professional trollers, and they like to go on and hit the thumbs down button, or they dislike something, and they get a thrill out of doing it. So you always have to be aware that there's people out there for some reason that like trolling and making people feel bad. So just want to share that with you guys. If you feel yourself getting caught in that, you should really rely on your personal friends and the people that your wife or your girlfriend or your close friends to give you self-esteem, and not social media, even though it's really easy to get caught up in that. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully I'll have another one up this week. I shot another one 2 days ago, and then I'm going to shoot another one this week. So hopefully those will be up within a couple days. Have a great one. Take care, guys. We'll see you in the next one.